Yay!
Oh my, are you okay? All right, well, Victor, I'm happy to see you too. Welcome to this edition of How to Create a World-Class Education at Home. I'm so excited to talk about this Microsoft app because it's hands down one of my favorites and so much fun to use. PowerPoint is the most popular presentation software in the world, and for good reason, as we'll soon see. Now again, there is so much to learn about PowerPoint, and there's no way to cover it all in this video. So I'm going to show you enough to get started, and then it's up to you to keep it going and explore, okay? All right. So just like with the other programs, the first thing you'll do is go to mypassgoconnect.com and enter your username and password, which will take you to the dashboard. Remember? Then you'll open Office 365. After that, look for this symbol, I guess they call it icons now, and open up PowerPoint. I'm so excited. Now the first thing I always do is check out the templates to see if there's one I like that fits in with what I'm doing. If you don't see many templates, click right here and you'll see more. And if you go down here and click, it will take you to a site where you can buy templates. And the internet is chock full of sites with templates you can buy, and some are for free. Well, I kind of like this one, so I'm going to click on it and load it. And now we'll take a look at how the editing works. On the left, we have a sidebar that shows us our list of slides. Right now there's only one, but that will change in a few minutes. We also see that slide in the large window, and that's where we'll edit. Now, up at the top are tabs. Remember those? Looks pretty familiar, right? And they work the same way they did in Microsoft Word and OneNote. My ribbon looks a little thin, so I'm going to go over here to this arrow and click on it. There, I like that better. To edit the elements that are already built into the slide, just click on it and you can make changes. Notice that PowerPoint will keep all the design elements of the template, like capital letters and colors. You can move the text box around simply by grabbing the edge and dragging it. You can grab the corner and change the size of the box. See how the words will shift around when you change the shape? Of course, you can change the font and the color and size, just like you do in other programs. Just highlight the text and either right-click or use the tabs at the top. If you want to add your own text box, just go to the Insert tab and look for the icon labeled Text Box. Now the text box is a combination of text and shape, so you can not only change the attributes of the font, but you can also make changes to the box itself. Just use these tools right up here. I think I'll change the color, maybe put a border around it. To delete the box, you just click on the edge, hit the delete button. Okay, now that we have our title slide, let's add more slides to our collection. We can either right-click on the sidebar and add a slide. This is the default slide. It's part of the template. Or if you want a different slide layout, go up here to the Home tab and click on this arrow to open up other designs to choose from. Let's pick this slide layout. And here you see the slide appear in the stack on the left, and we can edit it here in the middle. Again, you can see that the text boxes keep anything you write within the limitations of the box. Here's a sentence I remember from typing class a long time ago. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. And hey, did you see that? PowerPoint automatically corrected my misspelling, just like the other Microsoft apps do. Very handy, I must say. Now, for this other box, thank you, Victor. That's very nice of you. You'll see some icons here that will allow you to insert other things besides text. For example, here's an icon for a table. I can change the number of columns, add some more rows, and click OK, and there it is. Now I can add information to the cells, and if I want to change the look of it, I click right up here and I have different options. If I want even more options, I click on this arrow and it really opens up to give me all kinds of options. Wow, look at that. Let's add another slide. This time we'll use a blank slide. So the other way to insert something is to go up here to the Insert tab. What about a picture? Here's a selection from my computer. And there's Bobby, our good friend from some of the other videos. We can move it around or change the size. I think we need to crop this one. We'll just right-click on the picture and you'll find the crop tool. When you click outside the crop area, the picture will be cut down to size. You know, you guys have a very similar thumbs up pose. There it is. Do you guys practice together? Thought so. Okay, let's add a picture from the internet. Just go to the Insert tab and click on Stock Images. PowerPoint will show you thousands of pictures you can use. And if you don't see what you want, just enter a keyword. If you see a diamond in the corner, that means the picture will probably have to be purchased, but there are lots of free ones too. We'll go with this one. Okay, this one needs some adjustments too, so I'm going to make it bigger and then crop it down a little bit. You'll see a tab for icons. Thousands of icons. Now, if we want the pictures to stand out a bit, I can click here and add a shadow. Or a frame. Or a frame and a reflection. What about this one? The icon has a different set of styles to choose from. Let's add another slide because I want to show you how to add a video to your slides. I just happen to have the web address of a really cool video. I go back up here to the Insert tab, and over here on the right is an icon for online video. Add the URL address. Look at that. There it is. The player controls are at the bottom. Remember this one? Hello there. Welcome to this edition of How to Create a World-Class Education at Home. All right, now let's say that after adding all this content, we're not happy with the overall design and want something else. It's super simple to change that. You just go up here to the Design tab and look for something else. If you don't see anything, just look for this arrow, and you can see lots of ways to change the design. Now, we could spend forever looking at different things we can do for all these slides. You'll just have to play around a bit, maybe look at some other tutorials on the internet to see what all you can do. PowerPoint is so much fun. But right now, I want to show you what you can do when you're ready to show your work. So for this part of the presentation, we're going to use this slide deck right here. Oh, yeah, by the way, a collection of slides is called a deck. Kind of like a deck of cards, only it's a deck of slides. First of all, let's say I wanted to change the order of the slides. Well, that's really simple. You simply grab the slide and place it where you want in the stack. Now, when you're ready, go up here to the tab labeled Present. You can start from the very beginning, or you can start from the slide you're on. And when you do start, your slide will be full screen, like this. To go to the next slide, you simply hit the space bar and it takes you to the next slide. Another way to do it is use the arrow keys on your keyboard. The forward arrow advances the slides and the backward arrow reverses the slides. At the end of the presentation, just hit the Escape key to go back to PowerPoint. Pretty easy, right? But let's add a little pizzazz to this presentation, because frankly, moving from slide to slide this way is a little jarring. I want to do something really cool when I go from slide to slide. So I'm going up here to the tab labeled Transitions. Click on the arrow to the right and you'll see lots of options. I'll just have the first slide appear as soon as I start the program. Then, when the second slide comes in, I want to use this effect. And when the third slide comes in, I'll do this. Okay, now let's look at it again. There's my first slide. Now you have to admit, that is pretty cool. And then the next slide, hit the space bar, and there it is. And if you want to be even more creative, check out the tab labeled Animations. You can have each individual component enter the presentation in different ways when you click the space bar. So when the first slide appears, I want the title to already be there, and then I want the subtitle to use this effect. Next, when I go to the pictures, I'll keep the title and the first picture there in the middle, and then I want the second picture to come in using this, and then the third picture will use this effect. And then for the third slide, I think I'll have the little face there already, but have the word bubble come in, and then have the words come in on top of it a few seconds later when I click the space bar again. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, there's my first slide. I hit the space bar. There it is. It came in just like I wanted it to. I really love that effect. And there's the title, and the first picture's already there. Here's the second, and then the third. All right, that looks pretty cool. Now the third slide, and then the word bubble, and then there it is. Very nice. Well, as you can see, we can spend forever looking at how to design your slideshow presentation But this is a program you'll need to use over and over in order to really get a good understanding of all you can do. And the great thing is that it's really fun. As I said before, it's one of my favorite Microsoft programs in the Office 365 collection. We're sure you'll find it an extremely valuable tool in creating your world-class education at home. Have fun!